Hello, entire internet. We're still alive, probably. Welcome to Richard and Carl Play Daggerheart, our podcast that allegedly was bi-weekly, but things happen. I'm Richard, the main character.
And I am Carl, the antagonist.
Ooh, spicy. I thought you were about to say like protagonist or other main character, but antagonist is fair. So, just a formal disclaimer before we begin. Don't take anything we say seriously ever. If we say, hey, I believe this, don't. If you get medical advice from this, do not get your medical advice from tabletop gaming podcasts. Do not get your political advice from tabletop gaming podcasts. I'm not even sure you should get your tabletop gaming advice from tabletop gaming podcasts. This just seems like a terrible strategy for life. And if you take anything we say seriously, it is a you problem.
Savage.
I stand by it. I have to. Our lawyers tell us that should do it and be legally binding, right? Cool. We should probably get lawyers.
Maybe.
So, before we get into me killing your character again, what's new with you? Actually, to be fair, we're playing Daggerheart. Before I pressure you into such unfathomable circumstances that you choose death over continuing the narrative thread, what's new in the Carlverse?
I'm not a particularly patriotic person, but I do appreciate when I find a YouTube channel that's based in Canada.
I can't fathom where this is going. On a scale of like commentary of the Iraq War to criticizing Israel, how in danger am I right now?
Not at all.
Okay, we'll see.
I was searching YouTube for the best two-player experience board games.
Ooh, that is a fine YouTube search. I approve this message.
And I found a Canadian channel called Foster the Meeple.
Oh no,
sort of like
Carl,
or something.
Carl, we could have been calling our podcast Maple Meeples this entire time.
We could have.
That's so good. I just want to let you know the chain of thoughts was, Meeples is good. Wait, why aren't you Maple Meeple? And I'm like, oh, someone probably already has that. Let's be honest. I'm sure that YouTube channel exists. Maybe. Oh, it does.
If it doesn't, if it didn't exist, it had to exist after we mentioned it, because we manifest these sorts of things.
We are pretty good at manifesting things. Although, I haven't played the new Kirby Air Ride I manifested.
Anyways, they had a pretty good list, like 20 games or something that they figured were really good for two-player games. And one of them was a game called The Fox in the Forest.
Okay.
It's a trick-taking game. Only two people, but it still is pretty interesting.
I just had a piece come together of this puzzle.
The goal of the game is to get in one of the sweet spots, so having the right number of tricks, so the opponent doesn't have the right number of tricks. With the best option being you get 0 to 3, and then they end up getting 10 or more, and they get 0 points, and you get max points. And then if you're between 4 to 6, you get partial points, and if you're between 7 and 9, you get full points, and the other person gets partial points.
Okay. I don't know if our tabletop audience came here to listen to us talk about points and systems.
Well,
the joke is like it's actually completely on topic this week.
It's not exactly a review of the game. It's just a brief overview. But I like the game a lot. The only flaw is that it's only two players, so I don't actually get to talk about it a lot. Or it's actually kind of hard to share with people, because you can't just like bring it to a party and be like, let's play Fox in the Forest.
You can. Yeah. I figured out how to do this.
Oh?
So I figured out the strategy for playing the board game you want to play at a party without alienating the people who aren't able to comprehend things more complex than Monopoly. I'm the villain of the show, let's be honest. I heard what I said out loud. It was objectively mean. But no, what you do, Carl, is you make sure to have an odd number of players. You bring a 6-player game and a 2-player game and invite 8 people. So they're like, oh, we'll play this. It's like, oh, this is not for players. I'm like, oh, I'll try out this game with Redacted then. and then I'll play the next round of your game with you guys, and we'll do like a rotation, and the rotation never comes. But you've already achieved your goal.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty good, right?
Anyways, the point of the matter is that I like the game so much that when they released a sort of sequel, it was called Fox and the Forest Duet, I considered buying it. I saw it on the shelf, and I decided not to buy it that day. And the next time I went to the game store, it was sold out. It was gone.
Deeply tragic.
Yeah. Okay. But so then keep playing different trick-taking games, and I came across a game called The Crew, which is a cooperative trick-taking game.
I think I've actually played that one, surprisingly.
Yeah, each player gets a mission, and then every player has to achieve their missions, like take all the 3s, or don't take any 8s, or whatever it is.
The Crew Journey to the Ends of Earth, right?
The one that I played specifically was the Undersea mission.
Okay, but so I think I played the game, but in a different flavor.
Yeah, well, I hear they are a little bit mechanically different. My sister says she thinks that the Undersea mission is better than the Journey to the Earth, or whatever.
Meh.
But
I mean, to be fair, Under the Ocean is more interesting than Under the Dirt, even though Team Magma did objectively have the better plan. Because we're land mammals.
One of my problems with the Crew is that the flavor doesn't mean anything. Like, the cards aren't really underwater themed. Like, the missions aren't really underwater themed. Like,
I'm so happy because I've ranted at you so much about flavor having to match mechanics to make a good game. This makes me happy to hear. I gave this rant in class a while back. This is great.
Well, I think it's incredibly difficult for a cooperative trick-taking game to actually match the flavor. Because tricks, like you've said before, not on podcast, but you said before that trick-taking games are kind of
esoteric
and arbitrary. So matching the flavor to the trick-taking mechanics is a monumental task.
It's absolutely doable for the record, but like you have to like really abstract what your thought process on that one.
The Crew is a fun game, but it's like the flavor doesn't really matter. But now, recently, they've released another cooperative trick-taking game called Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring cooperative trick-taking game. And then they also recently released the Two Towers. And assumably, within the next year or two, they'll release the...
You forgot the name of the... You forgot the name. I thought you were really about to say Return of the Jedi. I was waiting for it. I was prepared. I was going to mock you. Alas, maybe next time.
I don't know why I just kind of bravehearted there, but it's like Return of the King. Yeah. I was gonna say like the Three Kings.
I was actually really hoping you'd go.
The Three Kings.
Now, what would have been pretty good is Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, and Lord of the Rings Tokyo Drift. That would have been a good bit.
Anyways, I feel like the flavor is more incorporated into the gameplay of the Lord of the Rings cooperative trick-taking games. But the core mechanics, I mean, instead of choosing missions, quote unquote, you choose characters who have objectives. So it's kind of like just reskinned missions.
Fair.
And I do think the flavor is a lot better in the Lord of the Rings ones. But the design is better in the Crew games, I think.
Well, it's always interesting trying to match form and function. Like, as someone who rants about card games daily to my brother, like, we'll be off to get a sub, and I'll be like, I'm really pissed off that Dragon Ball Super shifted from a character-focused, fighting-based card game to a Magic clone because it's not a character-based fantasy, power fantasy, and he'll be like, okay. But the point is that, like, you get really good things when you try and make the media part of the message.
Hey. But so that made me start thinking about cooperative trick-taking games. And I've actually talked to you at length, not on podcast, about how I might design a dungeon crawling trick-taking game.
I mean, we do have to have that full conversation, but I feel the need to confess something to our audience. Before stream, I had learned from the first time that the mic in my headset pulls out and extends after 5 years of using this mic. And my co-host said, well, my mic worked the first time. Except that the first time he had put them in upside down in the wrong ears. And I just feel like this need to make it into the episode because I thought it was so funny.
Okay.
That's it. That level of competence is truly astounding, and we are good at our jobs.
But so I haven't actually sat down and written any rules for what I would do as a cooperative trick-taking game yet, but I plan on it. But I went to the game store, and the Fox in the Forest duet was on the shelf, and I look at it, I'm like, huh, what a strange coincidence. This sequel to the original Fox in the Forest is actually a cooperative trick-taking game.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's only 2 players, so you do have to do some finagling to actually be able to share it with other people. And I feel like the more you play it, because the cards have ranks, so you can take the tricks, but some of the cards also have movement points, and you move along the track in the direction of the player who took the trick, based on the number of movement points that are in the trick.
Yeah.
And so if you really want to actually be good at the game, you have to know the distribution of movement points so that you can try and guesstimate what they have in their hand to be able to move in the right direction and at the right distance.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if I really like it yet because we only played the one round, and like I said, I'm not overly familiar with the distribution of the different cards.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought it was really interesting that it's just like, huh.
I mean,
like, how
trick-taking games have come up surprisingly recently. Like a friend of mine's going to Gay Euchre Night tomorrow.
Oh.
And I'm not going because I don't think I'd fit into lesbian euchre night. Like, I could probably pull it off, but, like, I think I'd have to shave half my head.
You might.
Mild stereotypes aside. To be fair, I'm not the person in the character design department who's decided that that's visual symbology for that orientation. But if you watch any show made after 2020, and someone has that haircut, it narrows it down to one of 3 possibilities. Yet again, I don't make these rules.
Anyway, all of that ranting aside, what's actually new with me is that I'm getting married in like 6 months, and we designed our own invitations, which is just a face swap of our faces onto the Beetlejuice movie poster. And I told my fiance I could do it myself, which I did. I did it myself.
Yay!
And I had the faces swapped in. The color was relatively matched. The graininess of the photo was kind of matched. I don't think I did a very good job of emulating the style. Like it, because older movie posters seem to be kind of like almost like paintings or photorealistic drawings. And I don't think I did a good job of matching that style. But the faces are on there and they're color matched and kind of grainy, so they don't just like stick out like sort of sore thumb. And I wanted to work on it more to get this style to match more, but eventually I was just like, you know what?
Do you have to do it before
I did
the
this
wedding?
myself. I did this myself. I did it without the use of AI. It's good enough. We should just send it out.
But I will say, having received this invitation and recently pulled it up on my email because my inbox has like 100,000 messages in it. The Carl head in the hand is eloquently done enough that it's good. Like, there's some good stuff going on here. So, like, if you succeeded your objective, yes. Yes, you did. Feel proud of yourself. This might be the greatest accomplishment of your life. It peaks from here.
Wow. But, like, if I had used AI, I would have been able to create a better product that was beyond my skill level.
Firmly disagree.
You don't think so?
So here's the AI difficulty curve that I've experienced in my day-to-day job as a writer in my master's program, etc., etc. A person familiar with the skill set can use AI to reduce the time it takes to create something. But AI creates the most average thing imaginable. So if you were trained in composition and knew exactly the angles, the shots, the imagery, and what you were going for, AI probably could have made you a faster product. It might have even been able to make you a better product. But that would require you have the skills to be able to do it yourself, or else it'll create an unbalanced average product. And you don't want your wedding invitation the most mathematically average wedding invitation you can make.
Right.
So it's like if you were like, your job was to make 100 posters and you don't care, yeah. But I do think your homemade one poster, because I can already see the messes up AI is going to do. It's going to have inconsistent art style. It's going to forget who Beetlejuice is. It's going to off-center it. It's going to change the ratio, and it's just not going to make it poster-shaped. And once you figure that out, learning Photoshop may have been faster for what you were trying to do. Note, I'm not hating on AI tools. I'm not even saying using them. I'm saying taking what you made and going, clean up this image to hide the, like, copy-paste lines would be a better use of it. So using it as a pocket calculator rather than a work generation tool is actually completely valid. But also I'm legally obligated to hate on AI and then sell AI to people. Like, one job's like, AI will get you killed and is rooting the future, and another job's like, sell our AI course, please. Like, that was literally my day yesterday, is I had to make a brochure to attend an AI training course and then read his primer on AI in the classroom, and was literally told if you see a student pull out a device to yell at them. So it's like, if you see someone using AI, yell at them was my one job, and then my other job, both actually paid jobs, was now sell this AI course to somebody.
But so, like, I guess my question is, like, I feel like I could have done more, but obsessive perfectionism would have actually prevented me from actually completing the project and sending it out.
Oh, for sure. But, like, also, it's a good product.
But do you think there's any danger, or rather, do you think that a product made without AI has inherent value because it was made without AI?
100%. Because it won't be average. So my philosophy as a human being is I don't care if you're good or evil, you just can't be boring.
Okay.
So, like, AI-made text will be boring. Mostly because people won't be editing and refining it and doing anything with it. The idea that I have to grade someone that someone couldn't be bothered to read means it won't have any meat in it. It's a styrofoam sandwich.
Right,
so
they have to read and edit their own material, well, the AI's material, which is supposedly theirs.
So, like, for something like this graphic, A, it's made with love, which gives it innate value. B, say it did the animation style you've seen a lot of people posting AI comics of like, I don't know, it's just like really bad. It's really bland comic strippy. I'm seeing a lot of posting of it. And I'm just like, yeah, unless you want to, like, put in the specifics of the style and cinematography you're going for, it's not going to really do anything. But the most important thing is people buy the artist, not the art. So if you are selling movie posters and they're like, oh, I have a machine make it, and it's the thing I always tell people with their AI startups, oh, I have this AI tool that does XYZ. I'm like, then what do I need you for? Wouldn't I just use the tool to do it myself?
Yeah,
so,
that
like,
makes sense.
If you're just going to use AI to quickly generate your wedding invitation, then I'm going to quickly not read it. Like, if you tell me you made it, I'm going to actually look closely and see what you did.
Right.
So that's my final takeaway, is that, yes, there's innate value. A, if there wasn't, then the companies wouldn't be scraping and stealing the data to train their models in the first place, because that's where the models came from. And they're starting to do inbreeding incestuous generation collapse, but that's a whole other story. But remember, we're not specialists. Right. Don't quote us on learn your AI knowledge from Richard and Carl play Daggerheart. That's just not a good life tactic.
Anyway, that's enough of me ranting about nothing in particular. What's new with you there, Richard?
So I finally moved from redacted to redacted, which should give people enough pieces if they have a corkboard and pins to triangulate my position.
Ooh.
Because now my walk to my work is a 22-minute walk instead of a 2.5-hour commute on a good day.
Mm-hmm.
My apartment is a little bit smaller, but like,
Mm-hmm.
it's also, it's the little things in life you appreciate, like in-suite washer and dryers, a dishwasher,
Ooh.
natural light,
Yeah, yeah.
not being in a cave, a garbage chute to
Right.
get rid of our garbage and not having to wait 2 weeks to share a bin with a landlord. You know, little things.
Right, right.
So my brother put in a ton of hustle and we're like 99% set up. It's mostly my room that needs to be set up. But
Okay.
the apartment didn't really come with a door for my room. It's like a sliding glass panel. I'm told
Huh.
it's because to have a, call it a bedroom, it needs to have a window. So they make the door also the window.
Yeah, okay.
So I have
Wait,
these like
the,
awesome
the
like,
door is see-through?
yeah,
Huh.
but I have these cool galaxy blackout curtain stickers that go over the door that let the light through where the stars are in the galaxy.
Nice.
So once I squeegee cling stick those to my windows, and I have these cool like LED lamps that like was gifted to a friend of mine who I lost the charger for 2 years. But once I have that all set up, I will be happy.
Mm.
But I did have to move my desk into a shared space since my room will not fit my computer and a bed. However, I
Mm-hmm.
get back about 5 hours a day,
That
which
seems like a
is
fair trade.
that is 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's just an entire part-time job I gained back, which is good because that's how much more it'll cost me to live here. Oh,
But you
so
have a pool, so
not only do I have a pool and barbecue pits and foosball tables
nice.
and like D&D board games and an in-apartment building Kijiji app for some reason, and a
Huh.
cart. So if I order cat litter, I could just load it on the cart and take the cart and the cat litter up, and then bring the cart back down if I don't feel like carrying cat litter. It's great. So there's tons of upside. I do need to get
Mm.
my rat claws on another book deal, which is the what's new with me is I finished a book deal and I'm on to the next one. Although friends of the
Mm.
literary community will be like, actually, since you didn't solicit your manuscript through a publishing house, it's actually a book contract, not a book deal, and people will care. They will care about the difference. I'm like, I don't think the average person will care whether or not I wrote something they wanted me to write versus I wrote something I wanted me to write. It paid my rent.
Mm.
I think it was a real book. The book exists. You can like buy it in a couple months when it comes out, but sure. Guess it doesn't count, sure.
Mhm.
I think I would take their criticism more genuinely if they also had books. But sassiness aside, so I went to a protest this week.
Oh, protesting what?
So Doug Ford or Douglas or Dougie or Dropout Doug or the Right Honorable
Uh,
Premier Doug Ford, whatever you feel like calling him.
Side note, Dougie is a famous homeless person in my city, so you know.
They're probably related.
Anyways, carry on.
So remember, disclaimer, this is a comedy tabletop role-playing podcast, so don't get your politics from me. To make a very long story short, he decided to switch what was the grant portion and what was the loan portion in the student loans. So instead of it being 80% grants, 20% loans, it went 80% loans, 20% grants.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that instead of a nurse owing $20,000 when they finish their education, they now owe $100,000.
Okay,
He
that's
also
not good.
ended a tuition freeze, so tuition will go up 2% per year.
Mm-hmm.
And they went up in stage and said it's the kids' fault for choosing dumb degrees, and because they're taking courses like basket weaving, we have this problem.
What?
It's that third one that made me actually go March. So, like, I work for schools and am a student, so I understand ending tuition freeze because we cut the international student cap, we had to lay off a bunch of people, you need more money to come into school to adjust cost of living. That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Switching the grants to bursaries so you don't go bankrupt, I'd rather you just fund it, because apparently you have the money for all sorts of sketchy shenanigans, like private spas. But, you know, I can hear the
Mm-hmm.
argument of, it's the same, you get the same amount of money, but it's more loans than grants. Maybe don't invert it, maybe, like, adjust it a little bit, like, a few percent each year.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, like, because the tuition freeze ended, make the new money to match the new increased tuition go up as loans, so the ratio will slowly adjust itself over time, because as tuition raises and you raise loans, the percentage of grants will go down on its own. But also, of all the boomer-ass bullshit to say these kids today need to take careers that have jobs while cutting nursing funding along with everyone else's. Because, like, yeah, the increased debt goes to everybody. So it's not like he was like, oh, I'm increasing the debt on humanities degrees. Also, the creative industries make up like 11% of Ontario's GPA, but whatever. It's not like people watch Heated Rivalry and things.
Right.
Yeah, no one ever... It's funny how it comes time to, like, let's give awards for our amazing staff that worked on K-pop Demon Hunters and cut their funding. Like, so, I had my sign. I made a couple cameos on the news, if you look closely. I did my protesty thing. I agreed with parts of the protest, because protesters like to conflate issues. So they're like, yeah, we want them to fund education and put more money into it and not triple student debt and not try and offset the cost of education on the next generation and keep school accessible. And if we make it harder for people to go to, then enrollment numbers will drop, and that's bad for everybody. Schools create but then people started going off the rails and going on unrelated side topics of like, also this war and this. I'm like, no. That was the protest last week. I'm here to protest this nonpartisan issue of not tripling student loan debt and maybe giving students some money. That's why I'm here. I don't want to pull up the ladder after me where I graduate and no one else can afford it anymore. Can we not try and like... So as the audience starts chanting, fuck Doug Ford, I'm like, maybe not. That's not what we're here for today. We're here to say us 300,000 people don't want you to do the specific financial switch. This weirdly isn't about Epstein or Israel this week. Okay, can we just not? Because they like start being like, and at one point they go, and education is inherently colonialist. We're on this land, and I'm like, okay, but you're not wrong, but your protest was last week. Because I'm like, I'm not disagreeing with these other causes, but I'm not asking Doug Ford this week to return Toronto to its original owners. That's not what my ask. My ask is to kind of doing an overnight inversion of grants and bursaries to do a slow rollout over time while increasing the limits to make it less of a shock to the system, so we don't accidentally lower enrollment numbers. That's my argument. My argument's very clean and sensible. Like, I'm not even against the tuition freeze being removed. I'm like, okay, if you remove the tuition freeze, you have to increase the funding students can access to match it, so that way the schools have more money. I was there for a very reasonable ask for a prime minister. And it's like, end all wars. I'm like, I don't have the power. I don't think he can do that. I don't think he can solve Iran right now. I don't think Doug has that power.
And there's a related side note. One of the things that I find particularly strange, I mean, people are free to protest whatever they would like.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, I live in Saskatchewan. I find it weird that there are people, even in the wintertime, there were people marching along the street protesting. They're like doing Palestine protests. And it's like, you're in Saskatchewan. Who are you protesting against? Like, what is the point of this demonstration?
Well, like, here's a hot take that's going to get me cancel cultured. Thankfully, people have to go through like 400 hours of my hot takes to actually get me fired. So,
right.
Our loving audience, go la 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 and plug your ears when I go to this little bit, if you need to. But like, they're like, divest from international trade that connects to these companies funding war. I'm like, no, we need the money right now. Our protest is we need funding. I don't actually care where it comes right now, because we need nurses and doctors and things and researchers and the humanities not to be gutted and the arts not to be gutted. So like, I mean, I don't think now's the time to look at every single sponsor and blacklist sponsors giving us money if we don't agree with their political alignments, because that's contradictory to the exact thing we're marching for. So I'm like, no. I don't think right now we should be auditing where our funding comes from. We should be getting more. Like,
yeah, I kind of agree.
I'm like, okay, if Kim Jong-un feels the need to finance another 100 nurses, sure. Not sure why. I feel like there's some sketchy things going on in the background there. It's definitely worth its own protest. But today I want students to be able to eat. That's my goal. Pretty straightforward goal. I want my students to be able to eat soup and actually like be educated. Because when people are educated, they elect less Doug Fords. It's lovely.
Well, I mean, speaking of educating, we should educate our audience on playing Daggerheart and our campaign.
Yes, so the new with me is I've moved. I did not get pepper sprayed, much to the disappointment of my loved ones. And we're here to go. To be fair, I didn't want to get pepper sprayed. But it'd be really funny if I got pepper sprayed. It came to my tutorial the next day. I still red from being pepper sprayed at a protest and tried to teach a class, teach my tutorial. That'd be great.
Don't even wash it off your face. Still have all. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know pepper spray.
I'm pretty sure I'd still be injured the next day. Also, I'm very weak. Like, the wind from the can probably knocked me over in this scenario. I basically have the physical constitution of Nicholas Flamel from the amazing Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts, where I'm just a 200-year-old man. Alright, so let's dagger some hearts. Do you have dice in a character sheet?
I mean, I have virtual dice in a virtual character sheet. Good. I even opened up your little campaign that we actually set up through the demi-plane Nexus.
Excellent. I also have that open right now. They're still adding features to it, and I'm excited when it functions fully, but for the most part, I can run this game entirely through demi-plane at this point. So, like, I'm able to roll for all the character sheets and track them all by just opening tabs of them.
Wait, so does that mean that you'll actually be able to see my rolls now? I mean, I've been honest. Just, you know, an honest person would definitely tell you if they were honest.
Oh, actually. Let me check that. That is a very good question, and unlike my ramblings about Palestine, directly relevant to the task at hand. For the record, I find these issues serious, but also, when you make a clip like, the Marxist Party showed up at the protest, I'm like, listen. That's not helping today.
Alright, so if I click on this and I make a roll, are you actually in the you have to be, I guess I don't know if
alright, so I'm in the roll, but I'm gonna see what happens if I like alright, try making the roll. I want to see if it pops up somewhere.
Okay, I'll try again. Roll. No?
It doesn't look like it this time. So, also, though, right. Even if it did show up, I would still probably have you read the rolls out loud because we're in audio format.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't read the rolls out loud. I'm just, was just curious.
I mean, I tried rolling on your character sheet. Did it show up on yours?
No.
Dang.
Did you make a roll?
Yeah, I just did a regular duality roll on your off your character sheet.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I just did my 2 attack rolls.
They're working on it. Also, they don't sponsor me, so, like, I'm nice to them because I genuinely like the tool. But they'd have to give me a bit of money for me to hype up this campaign feature. Alright, so, last time on Daggerheart, after a massive time skip and several passive-aggressive murders, your character had successfully found themselves at a high-paying, high-stress job, working at the, a bastion of medical camp on the deep within the Wither Wild. And then you saw in the distance a turtle with a castle on its back and an entire army marching towards you. You made acids and poisons. You called for help. Boats arrived. And then you ran up and, much like the most recent chapters of Rooster Fighter, just beat the living heck out of not countless soldiers, 30 plus soldiers. We were counting. So after this truly impressive rampage, you found yourself battered, winded. The 2 armies have met. You've managed to buy enough time for reinforcements, and the cacophony of blades, damage, chaos, passive aggression, blood, gore, steel, and ash have begun. The barrier around your bastion was damaged by a spell. You see what appears to be a druid atop this castle turtle atop this battlefield, and as swords are crashing left and right, and screams are in the air. And you get up off the ground, dust yourself off. You see 2 3-eyed koi fish swimming around each other in a circle directly in front of you. What would you like to do?
Wait, the koi fish are swimming, like, in the air?
Kind of like a portal ring.
Ah. Well, so does it look like a portal, or does it just look like fish just swimming around?
Kind of looks like a portal.
Huh. Well, um, that is okay. So what does it when your stress is maxed out? You are vulnerable. Is that
Correct. So the
well?
vulnerable condition, as you can attach with the condition tracker in the top right corner next to downtime.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
you're vulnerable, it is bad, and all
It
rolls
is
targeting
bad.
you have advantage. Which is funny because it says all rolls targeting you, so I've always rolled that to be attack rolls, and I haven't rolled that to be damage rolls. But I'm not sure that it's not
Mm.
damage rolls. What do you think? Pretty sure it's not.
I didn't realize you could get advantage on damage rolls.
I don't think so. So I don't think you can get. But anywho, TLDR. There are fish swimming in front of you. You are stressed and a little beaten up.
You're a lot beaten up.
But full of hope.
I am full of hope. That's true. I'm very full of hope. Um, well, I think what I want to do is I want to just punch one of these fish, see if I can break the portal, and then run back to the bastion and try and escape with all the rest of the people who are getting on the boats.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I'm gonna attack with my unarmed charisma fists. A 14 with hope.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Would you like to do a combo attack on this fish?
Uh, Combos require stress, so I cannot.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack. No, sorry, go ahead
I
and roll
roll for
damage.
damage. And I rolled 25.
So as you punch this fish, the two fish start swimming around your arm, spiraling up your arm, up your shoulder, around your torso, and kind of like form a ring down to your feet and then up around your head and go up. Everything around you
Wow.
begins to slow down and looks like it's seeped of color, as everything is almost grayscale and everyone is moving in slow motion.
Oh.
The two fish are floating there staring at you. One of them with a black eye. You do remember this fish had once guided you out of a sewer complex.
Oh. That's the same fish. Okay.
Hmm.
Well then.
It looks a little disappointed.
Okay, what do I have for... Do I
So
actually
everything's
have any
still
health
moving, but
potions?
it's moving in such a slow space. Like you look to your left and you just see what looks like a nurse goblin holding a syringe stabbing a guard in the throat. You see another knight just Sparta kicking a goat. It is chaos.
I am going to bow my head and offer a minor health potion to this fish as an apology.
It does not take the potion, but it appreciates the acknowledgement.
Okay, so everything's still all kind of sepia toned and slow mo.
Yes. Moving incredibly slowly, like you're in bullet time right now.
Huh. Well, dang it. I guess. Well, I'm going to stick with the plan. I'm going to head towards the boats because I want to get out of here.
Okay, go ahead and make a agility roll to weave through the people. You have the sneaking suspicion that if you hit anybody, this effect will probably end if you like physically interact with a person.
I am going to roll agility. Oh, I don't have advantage. I do. I'm rolling agility. Oh, only at 8 with hope.
So, I'm going to go ahead and spend a fear here. as you're running and weaving through, you
Mhm.
trip on a bear trap and land on your face, mark a hit point.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And you continue along. Go ahead and make another agility roll. You're about a third of the way where you need to be.
Agility. Come on. Agileness. A 9 with hope. I'm very hopeful, but not.
I'm out of fear or else you trip again and that might be fatal.
That might be.
So you don't really get much closer this time. You managed to weave through, but it is a massive battle of chaos and things. You're oh, gotta watch that fighter. Oh, that's a head decapitation as you try to weave through a bit more.
Okay.
Go ahead and make an agility roll.
Oh. Come on, big money. Critical success.
So at this point, you're starting to get momentum. You parkour and do one of those arm tugged
Wait,
flips.
Sorry. Critical success.
You clear a stress and
Clear
gain a hope.
stress. And okay. Oh, it's not letting me clear my stress for some reason. Oh no, there we go. Clear stress, and I'm no longer vulnerable.
So you've made it back to the bastion, and you see that none of the enemy troops have made it in yet, but the barrier has a hole in it, as many of the special plants protecting this space have been blighted away. You see, you see people rushing, mid-frame running towards the boat to load up. I'd say about, I believe it was 20 of your staff decided to stay and fight.
Mm-hmm.
And you're mid-retreat right now. And with that, things are starting to regain their color. You feel like this effect will end shortly. You have enough time, you believe you could probably make it to the boat, and then time will resume as normal, your guardian fish having done their very best to save you.
Well, yes, the guardian fish. Well, I'm not actually in charge of this camp, although everyone seemed to just kind of follow my lead when the baddies showed up. So
you're not in charge of the camp. Who's your boss?
That's a good point. Who is my boss?
Because if no one tells you to scrub the flipped over gross table, then I guess you're in charge.
Well, so I guess maybe I should grab a crossbow and start shooting some people just as a.
So you feel like the people currently running to the boat will make it in time. You bought enough time to get everyone out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide whether or not I should go stay with the fortress to try and.
Well, you have a lot of options.
Be a good leader.
Because you are pretty beaten to hell. If we're being completely honest, there's some
yes,
rusty knives still sticking out of you. It's pretty rough. Also, you did go and kill 25% of their forces.
Right.
You definitely.
Yeah. No, I think I'm just. No, I think I'm gonna head to the boat and I'm gonna retreat.
So with that, you make it onto the boat. You see the captain, you see the troops are unloaded, you see what looks like the most cliche captain hat you've ever seen on this man. And it's a gnome that comes up to your shin. But absolutely looks like the most grizzled sea captain, full beard, hat, pipe, eye patch. He looks at you we stand, we go, and what's the plan?
I think we should leave. We should go.
Sails up, and you see them start pulling up the anchors. People are running on this boat that's just putting out the most comical amount of soot. This is a Fire Nation boat of environmental destruction. Just a truly ridiculous amount of this boat is an affront to nature. So you see that a few people are still crossing on, stumbling on, and you figure as the boat's loading, you have a couple options in front of you, or something unexpected because it is a tabletop role-playing game. You tell me how you'd like to spend the last 5 minutes before this boat takes off as they're pulling up the anchors and getting the engine running.
Well, so in my inventory, equipment, I have some gorgon root poison. Apparently, I don't know if I still have any, but
You've lost a lot of your
some
supplies at this point.
I supposedly have some drip fang poison. I think I actually just want to like take a moment to like breathe and drink the minor health potion that the fish did not take.
All right. So you drink your poison, and feel free to go ahead and roll that as people are just loading up. And you just take a moment, just a moment to catch your breath, because you did just run like a full marathon there and back.
Immediately roll and declare 1d4 hit points for minor health potion. 1. Oh. Well, at least I was able to take the bear trap off my foot.
So the boat begins chugging away, and at this point, you have two options. Well, more than two. You actually have quite a few options here, but the biggest question is, if you do nothing, the captain will take this boat where it was originally intended to go. Or you can go talk to them. You have a high enough authority now with the Empire that you can not necessarily tell this captain what to do, but if you were to give him reasonable advice in a direction, it's likely he would you'd have a chance to roll to decide the fate. Does that make sense? So it's like you have enough authority that if you go up and start talking, they will listen. As it stands right now, you feel like the boat is planning to continue going south along the coast. So to the north is Cobbler's Cove. And as you remember, this river goes all the way past where there was once Wormhearth Crossing, through the marshes all the way up north. Or you can head south towards the Thunder Volcano, where there's another outpost at the base of that mountain.
Yeah, no, I think I just want to kick back and relax because like that was a crazy battle, and I need to rest, and I was going to let them, because to the south is also Allura, right?
Allura, yes, it's a little further into the woods, so the boat won't directly get you there.
Right.
But yes.
But it should get me closer, right?
Correct.
Although Lyra hasn't thought about Leroy in years, but now that we're heading in that direction, maybe she can pick up the trail and find his body and then resurrect him to beat him to death for abandoning her.
Very reasonable. So you may take a short or long rest, your choice.
Well, I am efficient, it says, because I'm a homunculus. When I take a short rest, I can use a long rest move instead of a short rest move.
So you're just going to take about an hour then?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and enjoy
an hour.
The fish seem to have vanished again.
Okay, now, where the heck? I know somewhere on my sheet there was a rest option. Downtime? Downtime. Short rest. Except I'm allowed to take one long rest move and one short rest move. Which... You're going to repair all your armor on the short rest?
I wasn't aware of that.
No, I see.
There it is.
Tend wounds or tend all wounds up. Wow.
So whilst you're there tending to your wounds, you are aware that you can scripted about 10 or so various interesting medical staff to help defend, and then absolutely left them on the front line and ran. Like, several of them ran into the battle proper, many of them were on the wall. A few of them who were on the wall saw you running and then came along with. But I'm going to say retroactively. Did you try and gather up your people on your retreat? I'll let you tell me.
No, I was kind of freaked out by the guardian fish.
All right, fair enough. I just didn't want to put
I
words in
am
your
going
mouth.
to tend to all wounds. Just scrap while you patch yourself up. Well, I mean, obviously, I just like pull out all the daggers and shrapnel and stuff, and wash up real quick, and then put my armor back on, even though my armor's all beat up too.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to clear stress, which is bathing is part of.
You were able to find a shower on the boat.
1d4. Okay, so I clear 5 stress.
And I'm not sure if you can see our little Discord chat, but I'm putting the map in it for you.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be incredibly enthralling podcast information. But for the maps, they'll have to use their mind's eye to see, or just download off the Daggerheart website, because we're just using the default Witherwild map.
Alright.
So you are currently, if we zoom up this map, you started originally, you see the castle at the very northwest end. That's by the bay to the north. Looks kind of like there's a little bridge going to the water. So it's a very top.
Okay, so castle at the north
top
end.
East.
Okay.
Northeast. It's a little castle in the northeast. So that is where Cobbler's Cove is.
Okay.
You headed south and you see where like that river branches to the coast, like the first river you see heading south.
Okay.
Where you see where those 3 words were connected, that's where Hearth Crossing is.
Or was. It got destroyed.
Yep.
No.
If you head down, like, I don't know, like 10, 20 pixels, that's where the bastion is. So you can see how this, like, opens up to the sea. That's where you're heading right now. That first mountain you see at the very edge, that's where the lightning's been coming up.
Ah.
And you know the city of Delora is in the trees somewhere, cut off between that river and that mountain range. You feel like the boat is planning to head all the way down along the coast, and then head eastwards towards the next one of the large haven castles. Because there, like, really isn't another coast town for a while.
Right.
And the smaller towns don't quite make it up on the map, but this gives you a rough idea of the journey you've done so far. Where you see that lake in the middle that's like you go down till you get to the next river and you kind of like see a lake in the middle?
Vaguely, yeah.
That is the lake where Elroy got high on purple cubes. Because the eagle just dropped him in the middle of nowhere. So now that I've given you full negotiate abilities, where would you like to talk to the captain? Do you want to just chill? What would you like to do on this boat? The boat at this point has about its normal crew of... I'm actually going to look up how much crew would go on this boat. And use my little boat stat block that I made on the Discord for Daggerheart forever ago, which is literally the stat block says Bodie McBoatface.
Bodie McBoatface.
Alright. So, there's about 30 people on this boat. And it's about the size of like a regular 1920s steamship. So there's some gunners, some officers, and some general crew. So you'd say about out of these 20 to 30 people, about 10 of them are more like military soldiers. But it is a military vessel, so like everyone's on here trained, but like they do shifts from doing things like cooks, cleaning, what have you. And then you brought about 100 doctors onto it.
Right.
Because you unloaded all of your troops. So you've effectively made it a medical boat. No
right.
Because of the way you did this, you know, fighting off the invading army by yourself for 5 minutes, No one's injured. Like, everyone just kind of loaded up on the boat and evacuated successfully.
So I abandoned a bunch of people, but at least I got the majority of them on the boat uninjured.
Did I level you up last session?
No, I didn't get a rest or anything. It was
Gain a level.
Straight
You killed
continuation.
35 dudes.
Okay.
Like, sometimes I wait for milestone, but I'm like, you beat up so many dudes.
Character builder.
And now you're going to hit the point where using stress to switch out your load out will actually matter.
Level 5. Level up. Let's see what we got.
Some of the cool things you gain at level 5 is, if you wanted, you could multi-class. You can up your proficiency, increasing your damage dice. I think your proficiency might just up at level 5 as well. And you normally pick 2 options plus a level 5 card, which have some fun ones.
Okay. Permanently gain a hit point, permanently gain stress. Increased
because
experience.
we're like a play-along series, feel free to narrate some of your options of what you're thinking about.
Alright, well, no, multi-class, you're right. Oh, I can increase my combo die again? Oh, yeah. I definitely want to increase my combo die.
Also, since last session, Lyra's experiences have shifted a bit for our listeners. They have medical training, amateur bioterrorist, and abandonment issues as their 3 experiences.
I have chosen to increase my combo die because the combo is sick, nice. And gain a stress slot because doing combos requires stress.
Excellent. And what card have you grabbed? Are you still thinking on that one?
I must look to see what my new options are. My level 5 options. Armorer. While you're wearing armor, gain a +1 bonus to your armor score. Armor score? So the number of
slots.
Number of slots, okay. Know thy enemy. When observing a creature, you can instinct roll to gain information about the target. Okay. Rousing strike. Once per rest, when you critically succeed on attack. Okay, that one's. You and all allies who can see or hear you clear 1 hit point or 1d4 stress. That would be better if I was in a big party.
I mean, there's always mercenaries and things. You usually have a NPC or 2 with you.
I mean that's true. I just critical successes. Anyways, the last one for level 5 is signature move, and it's just name and describe your signature move. Once per rest, you can perform the signature. Once per rest, you can perform the signature move as a part of an action you're taking. You can roll a d20 as your hope die. On a success, clear of stress.
It's got to be signature move, right?
I mean, that does sound pretty cool.
So I'll let you pick one each time, but like once you use it the first time, you kind of are committed to it for now.
A signature move.
So you could absolutely do the quarter turn skull punch. Or the 50 pounds of weight on your fist. Or Kamehameha wave. Or if you really want to go Full Metal Alchemist, you can like shapeshift your hand into knives or something. Or like do like the fingernail extend.
I think I do want signature move. That just sounds cool.
Well, it's interesting because it's know thy. So one of the things that's kind of weird about some of the Daggerheart skills is like know thy enemy. When you make an instinct roll against them, getting to level 5 bone is so far to get in before realizing you care about instinct. Because I don't think there's any other skills that use instinct up till that point.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
So I think know thy enemy, because the approaching tactics one uses uses knowledge. I would make both of those use knowledge or instinct your choice, so that way you can go either way with it. That's just my
right
for Daggerheart 5.5 is know thy enemy and tactical approach let you pick between instinct or knowledge.
Okay, so now I need to name my signature move.
I'm fully willing as your GM to like let you let inspiration hit you and pick your name at the time.
No, I mean, Shonen Jump recently released a new series called Underdoctor.
I love Underdoctor. Yeah, we haven't got around to talking
Mm-hmm.
about that yet. Underdoctor's great. Uh, oh, that's good.
Uh,
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I love
I,
Underdoctor.
I, so I think precise pressure points is probably going to be the name of the signature move.
So for the record, Underdoctor ripped off your character concept, not the other way around. Ah, beautiful.
Precise pressure points.
Man, signature move, such a
Eh.
cool card. I would have put it at like level 1. Like,
Hmm.
it'd probably be too strong for that, but like, oh man, letting someone pick a signature move is just such a cool thing. Although, how do you
Create an
feel about making people
experience.
wait till like halfway through a campaign to make their signature move? It might be a good place for it to be.
Well, yeah. A signature move, like a low level character, doesn't really have enough experience to have a signature move. You know,
I think
like
I agree.
on the one hand, it you definitely could like design a character around having a signature move. On the other hand, it's like you aren't famous enough to have a signature move.
I'll allow it. That tracks with me. And yeah, that's my one note to the devs who are listening to our stream is I feel like no enemy and tactical approach should let you pick which intelligence stat you use for them. Because it would be
Okay,
weird to
so
make it to level 5 and be like, oh, I need instinct now. I mean, I would let people reallocate their stats around, but, you know.
I feel like my new experience has to have something to do with being the.
Oh, well, pressure points.
Do you think that's my new experience?
I think so, because think about it. You can use it when you're trying to heal people. If you go like the star points. You can be like, oh, or you can use it to add to your damage, where you can be like, oh, I spent a hope to pressure point, and then I'll use my signature move.
To make it a D20 for my hope die.
Right? Well, what you call
Yeah,
the
okay,
signature...
pressure. Let's.
Well, actually,
That sounds pretty good.
let's split it a bit. So pressure points is a signature move, right?
Mm-hmm,
So I think the
mm-hmm.
experience would be something like... I'm trying to remember the technical name for like knowing the pressure... Like, give me 1 second.
All right, all right.
I need to look up a word. Let's go with vital points. Vital points
Vital
of the
points.
experience.
All right, all right.
So there we go. So you got vital
Didn't
points, the
see.
experience of knowing where these points are, and then the signature move of hitting those points.
All right. And character sheet updated.
Awesome. So, the boat will take about 2 days to make it to the next Empire outpost down the coast. Which, if you recall, there was a city there, but then recent lightning volcano eruptions have kind of turned it to glass. But that is where the boat is currently heading. So, to like one last final reference to the map. So, yeah, the next Haven outpost is pretty inland. And after that, you'll be like heading straight into pure Fanewick territory, where your points just kind of end. So you're heading very close to the southern border.
Well, I mean, like, I'm gonna go up to the captain and be like, well, I appreciate you coming to rescue us, but I have business in Allura. Perhaps you could moor somewhere near the shore, and I could, when we're near Allura, I could disembark.
Or just you, or are you taking your nurses with you, lassie?
Well, no, the nurses should get to safety. If you could bring them to the nearest Haven outpost.
We're heading down to... I'm gonna be honest with you. We're heading down to a former battle site because you're a bunch of doctors to try and treat some of the soldiers there. We're being a little greedy about this.
Well,
I'm fine dropping you off. I can put you in one of the little dinghies when we get close. But I don't think we can really afford to stop for too long.
Yes, that would be excellent if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, he has no problem letting you pausing the boat for you to get in the little rowboat and leave, and then continuing along south. Because it basically is taking your medical camp to a. He's like, oh, I rescued this doctor without borders outpost. Let's bring you to a battlefield to then use those doctors. It's pretty efficient.
Okay, so as a meta note, as you mentioned, getting to level 5, the number of cards that you have is actually relevant. But I think I want to swap out my deft maneuvers.
So it's free to swap when you're not in combat. It only costs stress when you're in a stressful situation.
I'm just gonna swap it out.
Yeah. It's interesting because the card swapping adds a lot more strategy to it, where one of my players was talking about how Daggerheart didn't feel like its combat was as complex. I'm like, that's because it ramps up a bit. Because now you kind of have to make choices.
Well, I mean, so the skill which I swapped out, deft maneuvers, I did use last time. So once per rest, market stress is sprint anywhere within far range without making the agility roll to get there. You gain a +1 to bonus to attack rolls on
so what
that
I
turn.
would probably do strategically is I'd probably keep deft maneuvers up, and then after I've used it, swap it out for signature move. Since you can only use it once per rest.
Yeah, you might be right. Plus, on a success, I do clear the stress that I used to swap it out. So
that's just kind of my strategy, my theory on that one. But you're the first person to hit level 5 in my campaigns because you killed 30 plus people. So the boat should arrive within range of Allura in about a day. The session is yours. Describe to me some of the people you walk past on this boat. Some of your former staff members, some of the soldiers. Give me some NPCs.
Oh, well,
And at this point, it's like mid-afternoon.
Let's grab some of the people I have worked with. There's one guy. He refuses to wear a shirt.
That's a bad habit for a doctor.
His body is scarred and burnt from all the acid burns because part of the reason he doesn't wear a shirt is because he's always working with acid and he ruins his clothes.
Okay.
And his name is Joel.
I like Joel.
Dang it! I hit the wrong button on my. I'll just 1 second here. My one earbud is falling out, and I pushed it on the side, and I'll just be.
Remember when you told me earlier you would use your headset correctly first time? You did it. Yeah, I'm technologically inept. Actually, no, I just don't like. I appreciate these wireless earbuds, but I don't exactly like wireless earbuds. Anyways, that's not really the point. The point is that I missed what you said after I described Joel as the shirtless, acid-burnt man. Okay, describe 2 more for me.
Okay. Then there's a avian-looking dude, kind of more like a penguin, but they're like dressed in a parka because they find it very cold here for some reason. A penguin in a parka.
Beautiful.
And their name is Phyllis. They're Phyllis.
Okay.
And then the last person, they bird person, regular person. The last person seems to be a dwarf, and they have an extremely unkempt beard and bags under their eyes because they have insomnia and they almost never sleep.
Excellent.
And their name is Saul.
All right. And my last question for you is, describe a weird room on this boat.
Well, I mean, most of the boat is just open to all the people on board, including the captain's quarters. But there is one room that has Lyra curious because it has like a skull-and-crossbones lock on the door.
So as you see the skull-and-crossbones lock in front of you, no one seems to be in this hallway. What would you like to do?
Oh, do I want to taunt the audience and not find out what's behind the door? Oh man. Well, okay. Why not? I'm gonna try and pick this lock.
All right, go ahead and roll a finesse check.
Finesse. 12 with fear. Uh-oh.
So I'm going to happily take my first fear of the session. Click.
Mm-hmm.
The door opens. Inside the room, you see what looks like a giant hamster wheel.
Okay.
To a bunch of pipes. And what looks like a kitty made of flame is running in the wheel.
Oh no. Oh no. They're not running this ship on spirit power, are they?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Sorry, instinct or
knowledge.
Knowledge, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Instinct would work as well for this. It would change the way I give you the information.
Oh, 8 with fear.
Probably. I'll mark my second fear. Probably running on a spirit power. Seems like that's what they would do.
It does seem like that's what they would do. Oh no.
So you see it like stops moving, looks at you sadly, and then when the wheel stops, it like pulls back a piston that fires, and then it spritz with water and starts running
again. No. This poor animal. Okay. All right. Is there anything nearby that I could use to set up like a time bomb?
You tell me, because you seem to be in a steamship. So there's mechanisms of music, because they have the spirit walking in a wheel that's heating like pipes inside the wheel to like pressurize steam pistons to run them to different parts of the thing, and then smoke's coming off it to a smokestack. So they're like double dipping. They're using it as a heat source and using it as a momentum source.
Oh, jeez. This is bringing up trauma. You know what? No. Lyra, I'm just going to I'm gonna leave the room, lock the door, and I'm gonna go. Are there any like engineer-looking people that are anywhere on the ship? Like I want to ask some people about.
Easy to find it.
Oh, I want to ask some people about how this ship actually works. I guess.
All right, so you do find what looks like a 4-foot tall ferry, and they seem to like have like a bunch of ring piercings in their wings, like as like a style thing. Like picture the person they have as a computer person in every CSI show ever made, but a ferry. But like 4 feet tall. And they like have like the like jeweler's eyepiece on, and they're like, "How can I help you?"
What? Yeah. Several years ago, I happened to be near Wormsheart Crossing when it exploded, and it leaves me a little bit worried whenever I'm on a ship like this that something similar might happen. When I'm a little bit nervous. Can you explain to me how this ship works and leave me my fear that it might just explode?
Go ahead and roll a presence roll, please. And if you like, you can spend a hope to add abandonment issues to
it. I will do that. Roll. 24 with fear.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely. I'm up to 4 fear now. That's great. Oh, dearie, don't worry at all. Oh, so Worm's Heart was interesting. So you have pretty high clearance here. Oh, fuck it. All right. So listen, dearie. How it works is we take some of these feral monsters, these evil spirits, and we channel their power to move the boat. Worm's Heart, a bunch of terrorists broke in and sabotaged the system, causing an explosion. If someone were to break in and like put a pipe bomb next to it, yes, it could explode. But it's much safer than coal power or regular steam power. The system has been tested. This boat has been in operation for over 5 years with no issues. If something goes wrong, we've designed that part of the boat to separate. But I wouldn't worry about it. It's basically just a kitty running on a treadmill powering the boat. We feed the kitty, we give it snacks, the boat moves forward.
Well, how do you know that the spirit is evil?
Well, I don't believe the spirits are evil, much in congruence to the propaganda we're given from the capital. I believe the spirits... How can I put this? I don't think they think the same way we do. It's like you can't negotiate with a storm. You can't negotiate with an earthquake. So they're conscious, but they're not. So it's like, we took a spirit that was burning down forests, and gave it a job, and gave it a safe home. Does that make sense? Because really, they're just amalgamations of magical particles in the air, where when the density of magical energy becomes too far, it forms kind of like a crystallization, or like, oh, you're a doctor, I can use a technical term. The energy crystallizes into a form, and because there's so much energy compressed in that form, it starts lashing out and acting as if it's aware. But we have no scientific consensus to prove it is in fact
No. Hmm. Thank you very much. That makes me feel much better.
Oh, my pleasure. If you're still feeling a little unnervous about it, I would recommend going to the cafeteria and getting a bite to eat. We have... it was going to be Chili Tuesday, but it's now Chili Wednesday because we got dispatched real quickly, but it's pretty good.
Yes, I think I might do that. I am, in fact, going to go down to the cafeteria for some comfort food.
So it appears to basically be like they're putting chili on toast, and it's actually, like, it's pretty spicy, so go ahead and make a strength roll for me.
A strength roll? Alright, that's... Alright. 4 with hope.
It's pretty spicy. You're chugging down water. Like, this chili is kicking your ass. It's delicious, but it's a little too spicy for your -1 strength. Because I've decided strength is tied to spice tolerance. I don't know why, I've just decided this. Constitution doesn't exist in this game.
It is kind of an interesting... I don't know if I'd say that's an oversight, but it is kind of interesting that there's no endurance type stat.
Although, to be fair, Constitution was terrible. You could never actively make a Constitution roll. It was always like passive situations, and a lot of them were strength situations, like Constitution for how far you can swim.
That is
was
true.
A bad stat because everyone needed it.
Yeah, and then it had no skills associated with it, unlike all the other stats.
I think for eating spicy food, I'd go either strength or presence. That feels like the most logical for it, but that's not super relevant right now. I would let someone make an argument to be like, I use my knowledge to adore the spicy food. I'm like, I guess I'll allow it. So in this room, describe somebody in medical clothing you don't recognize.
Ooh.
Because there seems to be a table with 4 people and you don't recognize any of them.
Well, I mean, so there's a 7-foot tall orc, or at least they look like an orc. They have like the tusks sticking out from their lower jaw. But they're wearing the nurse outfit with like the little white hat with the plus sign on it.
Yep. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So they're just kind of eating. The orc looks over to you. Then it's like they see you and like look down and away quickly.
Oh, okay. Are are they like bashful? Is that why they're looking away, or are they like scared of me or something?
Go ahead and roll an instinct check.
Let's see what I got. 13 with hope. Ooh.
Your presence is making them uncomfortable. It's like they
Ah.
don't want you. They don't want you to notice them.
Oh, I see. Hmm. Well then. And are they they're sitting at a table with people?
Yeah, with 3 people. They kind of look like various variety of elf with them.
Hmm. Interesting. But I don't recognize any of them.
Correct. They have their medical face masks on as well.
Aha. With little holes for the tusks for the orc?
Correct.
Okay. Uh, no, I'm on a mission. I do. I am an amateur bioterrorist. Maybe I should just be an amateur terrorist. Because they said that the sector with the spirit will detach if something goes wrong.
Yes. It's pretty much near the bottom south of the ship, or the.
But that is the engine. That is the engine of the ship, and these doctors are going to a war zone so that they can help treat more people.
Correct. That is accurate.
This isn't. Is this a necessary evil? The boulder is confused.
Excellent. I finally created a balanced moral quandary between these two factions. Took a while. Do you sabotage a doctor without Bower's boat because it's being powered by crying kittens?
No. Okay, actually, I don't suppose I have anything that I could use to send a message to someone. I don't even know who I would send a message to. Dang it.
You tell me. You can just manifest an NPC right now.
What? Yeah.
You've had
No,
5 years. Tell me who you're messaging and how you're messaging them. They have pigeon mail on this boat. They also seem to have like magical communication to the Empire.
Yeah, except for the Empire, obviously. The Empire obviously condones this type of animal enslavement, spirit enslavement.
So I will say, for context, to call the boat, you literally use like a sending stone in the lighthouse you were in that's like attached to the wall. So you know this boat has a sending stone that can send a message to any haven encampments. So if you had a doctor in the capital, for example, you could probably reach them by this poor person who has all these glowing stones and touches one and touches another like an old school network transmitter.
like a switchboard. Okay. No, I think. Oh,
As
man.
you're having this, like, sitting at this table staring into your toast, you go ahead and roll a instinct reaction roll.
Instinct reaction roll. Okay. So fear and hope don't matter.
Correct.
16.
You just catch a little bit of their conversation. You hear it's like, "This is gonna be a problem." No, shut up.
Huh. Well, then.
And you've never seen these 4 people in your life, but they are dressed as medical staff.
I see. Okay. Can so I kind of wanted to see if I could subtly look for signs that they may be like armed or have means of terrorism on them, I guess.
Alright, go ahead and
Like
roll either
perhaps they're
knowledge or
spies.
instinct, and you can spend a hope to add your amateur bioterrorist to it.
Yes, that's what I was going for, and I'm gonna go with instinct because that seems roll 16 with fear. Ooh,
Happily
that's
spend
not
that
good. You're
fear.
gonna tell me that.
So you do see, like, the shape of knives in one of their boots. One of them's hand is, like, resting in their coat, probably on a blade.
Uh,
You have the
huh.
feeling, just from some of your time and some of the people you've encountered, they feel similar in vibe to the people who came after you when you left Wormshark Crossing the first time. These don't feel Imperial. Their weapons are too makeshift, and you see, like, under the nurse outfits, like, bits of mismatched patchwork armor. Feels more like the soldiers whose jaws you snapped in the recent battle. But you're not sure.
Okay. 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 So I still have some chili on toast, right?
You're, like, halfway through it. You're, like, eating with a fork and knife. It is delicious.
It is delicious. Well, I mean, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't notice them and kind of walk, but I walk past them,
Okay.
and then uh, can I use my vital points experience to pretend to trip and throw chili in their eyes?
What? Okay. Go ahead and roll a finesse check, I guess.
Finesse checks, spend the hope for my vital points bonus. 15 with fear. Oh.
So, as you splash chili into their face, the first one is blinded, and go ahead and roll a presence check to see if they buy this as an accident.
Okay. 22 with fear.
So, normally combat would switch to me, and they'd attack you, but they're not sure this was an accident or not, so you have about 6 seconds to do your next thing before they start reacting.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna like scramble to try and grab a napkin to try and like wipe their clothes off, and I'm gonna try to be all nervous and uh, but all the while kind of like feeling around to see if they actually have armor and weapons on them.
So while you're like getting the choice, like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, they're buying your lies. Here's what you notice. They definitely have weapons on them.
Mm-mm.
They're relatively well concealed, like, you're like, okay, there's a boot knife, there's a couple daggers. You spot, like, inside the cloak underwards, you see, like, a Bainwraith insignia on the orc, like a tattoo on their
Mm-mm.
neck that's kind of like covered up by a
Oh,
band-aid.
mm-mm.
And you feel like these are absolutely not the best trained killers, but are a group of assassins.
Oh dear. Um.
So it's like their equipment, they're not like swords and shields and armor. They're probably, like, you're getting a lot of information while chili dabbing them. There's a very good chance their objective is to sabotage this ship or kill the people on it. Probably at night while
Mm.
they're sleeping.
That's
But you're getting, like,
okay.
they're
Well,
not super durable. Like, you're getting, like, okay, these three, I feel like I could probably collapse their trachea pretty easily. The orc might be a
yeah.
bit more problematic.
But no, I mean, I don't want to just like murder these people. Uh,
I mean, you killed 30 of
al-
them.
although they're still eating, right?
No, because you're dabbing chili off their face, and the other ones are, like,
No, yeah,
nervously.
more so like they still have food on the table, right?
Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, they
Um,
do.
and- do, do I still have any poison?
I probably. Give me a second.
Mhm.
My brain clicked to what you were doing. It's like, oh, that's good. I mean, oh no.
Uh,
Alright, give me a
because yeah, I
second.
mean,
You should still. Well, first off, you do have a vial of, like, actual the plague, but that could be bad.
No, that would be terrible. I mean, I am a bioterrorist, but I got people on this boat I care about.
Yeah, I believe you still have 3 doses of drip fang poison left.
So I could poison most of them.
I would say, so drip fang poison. Let me like ratio this for you. Drip fang poison does 8d10 direct magical damage.
Right.
So I would say I would let you like distribute that among as many. Like, how do you want to distribute that damage, basically? So I'd roll that damage and then I would share it across them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I if I can, while I'm pretending to nervously dab their faces with to help them, especially the blind guy. The blind guy's not going to notice. I mean, hopefully he's not blind by the end of this. But
I mean, you did get him in the face with pop an arrow.
But I would like to see if I could subtly poison their food.
Go ahead and roll a finesse check.
Can I apply amateur bioterrorist?
Yes, and medical training if you like.
Oh, you can apply 2?
If all 3 apply, you could apply all 3, but it would use 3 hope.
Well, yeah, but no, I mean, I only have 2 experiences that I think would apply. But
yeah, you can.
Finesse with medical training and amateur bioterrorist. All right, that's plus 5. 18 with hope. Woohoo!
All right, so you needed to get a 15 to successfully do this.
Oh, all right.
So you have poisoned the leader's food, and you still have 2 doses of poison left.
Ooh, I only managed to poison one person's food? Dang it.
You tell me, because you did say specifically you wanted to poison his food because he was blind.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, that one was the easiest. And I definitely... No, I think I'm going to leave it at that and see what kind of chaos ensues when their leader dies. If they just fall apart and run away, or if there's actually something I have to deal with.
So do you finish eating before you leave, or do you just like book it?
Oh no, I threw my chili on them. I'm going to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I really must go. I apologize once again. So sorry. And I just I walk away.
All right.
Well, I guess I want to go into stealth so I can observe what happens when they.
All right, go ahead and roll a finesse roll to hide yourself somewhere.
A finesse roll. 14 with hope.
All right, so as you're hidden, I'm gonna. You tell me where you're hiding. Just like outside the galley or under a table?
Yeah, just outside the door to the galley.
All right, now go ahead and roll 8d10 for me, please.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 53.
So you see them be like, and they start like coughing up blood and foaming at the mouth.
Oh dear.
And like the other 3 are panicking. They get up and they start all running. The 3 guys start running towards the door to try and find you. He didn't seem to die from it.
Oh dear. Oh my. Well, he didn't actually die from that? Jeez.
No, but that hurt. It did 4 damage out of 7. It did double his max threshold.
Yeah, I kind of figured my max threshold is 21, so. Whew.
It was rough.
Poor guy got chili in his eyes and then got poisoned.
It's having a bad day.
Okay. But so they're rushing to find me.
Yeah, and I watched one of them like run out the doorway. Hasn't spotted you yet.
Okay. So I recognize the Fame Wraith tattoo on the orc's neck.
Correct. Is that? It was an Ouroboros of raccoons.
Oh, those 3 raccoons in a trench coat. Well, no, I think since there are military personnel on this boat, I think I should probably. Uh, well, now how do I explain myself? No, they would know because they're Haven soldiers. Um, so yeah, I think I do. I have anything that I could use to detain the orc?
Oh, do you?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I have rope, I guess.
Also, you could you're on a boat, so if you're like, oh, I'm gonna grab this rope that's in this boat or this inner tube to tie him up, like, feel free to invent terrain if you need to. You're in a right outside a cafeteria in a boat.
I actually do like the idea of taking an ear tube and putting it over him and then like dragging him to the well, I don't know because there's got to be like security type people
Yeah, they have
like they're
not been
military
alerted yet
personnel,
that
I
things
guess.
are happening.
Well, yeah. So I would like to put put the life ring around the orc. Like grab a life ring, put it around the orc, and then drag him to the nearest uh, officer to be like, "Hey, this guy's a spy, and there's three other spies on the boat."
All right, go ahead and do an agility check.
Agility. 19 with fear.
So as you run up to put an inner tube around the leader to restrain them, you successfully put this inner. You like come out of the shadows, go back into the room, put an inner tube around them. They are restrained. I'm gonna spend a fear to have the three guys start stabbing at you
Oh boy.
because there's three other people there.
Ah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use.
No, sorry. I'm just looking to see what I can what I can do in response, but I don't think I have any responses.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend a fear to use group attack. So dice roller. You know, like dice roller like disappeared on these adversary blocks for some reason.
Nah.
Anywho, give me a second, cause it's weird. Like normally when I open these as character sheets, it like has like the dice roller with it, but it like didn't do that this time.
In the bottom left corner?
Yeah, man.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, so give me 1 second. Afterward, spell assassin. Describe the room while I pull this up. This cafeteria.
Well, I mean, I was kind of. I guess it's a boat, so the cafeteria probably wouldn't be all like sanitary like a.
It's
It'd
pretty
probably
nice.
be more
It's
like
a
a
military
pub.
boat.
Yeah, but I still imagine it'd be more like a pub with like wooden tables and floors and like hanging lamps and whatnot. Like, I mean, initially I was thinking like a hospital cafeteria, but no, it wouldn't be a hospital cafeteria, despite it being a medical boat now.
Okay, so almost got to my dice roller. Yeah, the dice roller was
Almost.
built into. I'm not sure what happened here because I had these sheets open that had like built-in tracking on the creatures, and it just
Right.
doesn't seem to be here for the assassin sheet, and I don't know why.
Huh.
Oh well, technology is in process. All right, so does a 14 hit you?
14 is my evasion.
Okay, so I spend a fear to use group attack. 12 points of
Mhm.
physical damage as they all just kind of go and stab at you and make their shared attack.
12 points. So my minor damage threshold is 12. Does that mean that I
Yeah, if it meets, it
move to major
beats.
damage?
Yep.
If it meets, it beats. Ah. Well, I guess I take major damage, but I can spend 2 hope. Because I still have 2 hope. I'm going to spend 2 hope. Ferocity. When you cause an oh, I had that backwards. Never mind. When you cause an adversary to mark 1 or more hit points, I thought that was. Never mind.
Good try.
Anyway, I guess that's the.
Yeah.
I should have used that when I poisoned the guy, I guess. Oh well. Anyways, I take 2 points of damage.
You do, and turn order is now yours.
Turn order is now mine. Well, I mean, I just gotta turn around and punch this guys in the face. Like,
All right. Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill them. If I want to be able to.
So to go meta a bit,
I'm not.
So what I learned is that if I just search up assassin, it gives me the non-interactive sheet. But if I pull up the arbitrary option and click the open sheet button, it gives me the sheet that has the dice roller and buttons built into it again. So I have fixed my check issue.
There you go. If anyone's running a Daggerheart campaign through Demiplane, that's how you find the dice roller for your monsters.
Excellent. So, anywho, sorry to interrupt. You were doing...
Well, I mean, I was going to try and attempt to punch someone in the face.
Do you want the damage to be lethal or non-lethal?
Oh, non-lethal. We need to interrogate these guys.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
I will roll for my attack. 18 with fear.
Oh, that'll hit.
Okay. Is it worth it to combo off?
So, because they have the minion ability, when it's defeated, it takes any damage for every 6 damage you deal to it. Defeat an additional minion within range.
Okay, so it would be worth it to combo off then.
I don't make that choice. I just figured I'd give you full info.
I mark a stress, and I roll my...
Bigger combo die.
Okay, after making a damage roll. Okay, so I actually have to make the damage roll first. So let's make our damage roll, which, I mean, is actually pretty... 34, holy.
Well, that'll knock out all 3 of them. So, because it amuses me, as the 3 guards run towards you to stab you, you do a handstand and a spinning bird kick and knock out all 3. And the main one, who is coughing up poison and is tied up by an inner tube, is staring at you.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm just gonna punch him in the face too.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Straight. Oh, that's not. That was the roll my attack. Roll 15 with fear.
15 hits. Exactly.
All right, and I roll damage. 22 damage.
That is 1 hit point.
Well, in that case, I will spend the stress and I will combo off.
All right.
My new bigger hit dice, or combo dice. Let's see. We roll a 5, and if the value of the second roll is equal or greater than your first roll, so second roll was a 2, so I only deal an additional 7 damage.
Bringing that to a total
of 29.
So that was enough to hit you into the next bracket. So he's looking pretty rough as you're just but I'm gonna spend a fear and he's gonna stomp the heel of his shoe down so a knife pops out of the tip of it and try and kick you in the gut.
Okay, actually, since I should have used this ferocity last time, I'm gonna use my ferocity, spend my 2 hope. Dang it, I clicked the button before I marked, because he marked 2 hit points, right?
Yep.
So I spend the 2 hope. I gain +2 to evasion. So my evasion is now 16.
Okay. He's going to try and shoe knife you. Does a 20 hit?
That's right. My hope was worthless. A 20 does hit.
Good. He's coming at you for 15 points of damage.
I am going to mark my last armor. I'm going to mark my last armor slot to reduce that to minor damage. Right. I mark 1 hit point.
And turn order falls to you because I only have the 1 dude that you're aware of.
Well, Da-da. Is there anything interesting? Well, I think I want to spend a stress to swap out my deft maneuvers with. Actually, do I need to spend the stress manually? Let's see. Swapped. All right, so I'm swapping out my signature move, precise pressure points. Now, signature move.
So I'm gonna spend a fear, and the Grindletooth venom inside the chili you ate kicks in, and you're considered vulnerable until you clear an HP because they poisoned you.
They poisoned me.
They poisoned the chili.
Oh, dang it.
Which is why I was laughing so hard when you poisoned them.
But okay, so vulnerable doesn't do anything on my attack rolls, though, right?
Correct.
All right, so then I rolled a 22 with hope because my hope die was a d20
Yeah,
for this
that'll
attack. And that means I clear the stress that I spent to swap out my moves, and I roll for damage as I pressure point him right in the jugular.
Oof.
For 31 damage.
Yeah, he's out. So you have 3 unconscious people on the floor, one tied up with an inner tube, and you don't feel so good from the chili. It might be food poisoning, you're not sure.
All right. Well, I mean, I need to tie up the 3 that are on the floor.
Easy enough. No roll required.
And then I guess I need to find an officer to be like, hey, I'm pretty sure these guys are Fiend spies.
So it doesn't take long because you hear like people running towards you because they kind of heard the bleh, bleh, bleh. What's going on here? A copper dragonborn shows up.
Do I know that I'm poisoned?
You're pretty sure, like with your experiences, you would know that you've been mildly poisoned, and you're a little annoyed that they thought to poison you before you thought to poison them. If you're medical, like you're a doctor, you're like, oh no. Like you even know it's Grindletooth venom.
These 4 nurses or medical, they're actually Fiend spies, and they attempted to poison me.
He puts a hand on you, you heal a hit point, and are no longer poisoned.
Yeah. Well, and then I will show the Fiend Wraith tattoo on the orc's neck just to prove that they are in fact spies.
Good work. And at this point, he like whispers to you, he's like, "Yeah, the officers, some of them through this telescope saw what you did. Like, damn, man, respect." And like, there's urban legends going around you that one doctor who ran into a battlefield and fought 30 dudes.
All right.
Yeah, you're gaining a bit of notoriety among the Haven soldiers for that one doctor who went and drop-kicked like 30 armed soldiers.
Can you re-describe the guy that sent me to the hall for chili, though?
That was a fairy with a bunch of piercings that looked like a CSI crime scene hacker.
Because if they poisoned me with the chili, and that's the guy that sent me here, now I'm suspicious of him.
What would you like to do?
There was I'm fairly certain they poisoned me through the chili, and there was an engineer I spoke to earlier that sent me down here. I'm just wondering, are you familiar with the fairy that has a little monocle? Is an engineer for the ship here? I asked the guard, or the officer.
Like, well, 1 second. So, he gestures to another Haven soldier, a human that looks very generic and uninteresting, who basically like puts like a sign up that says "Do not eat" on the chili. And it's kind of like, he's like, "Officer, you deal with these 3. And then he's like, all right. And then this dragonborn starts escorting you down the hallway. It's like, so where did you see this guy?
Well, I mean, I will lead them to where I found the engineer.
So as you round the corner, you see the engineer trying to pick the lock to the skull door.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll just run up and punch them in the back of the head.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. And as you do that, the guard like pulls out a handle, flicks it, and a flaming sword comes out of the handle.
Oh, they have friggin' lightsabers?
This particular copper dragon is dope.
21 with hope.
Oh, that'll hit. As their base is stunned, I'm gonna like. You had advantage, but it doesn't matter. You can roll it to see if you get a crit. Because you caught them off guard. They were not expecting someone to come running down the hallway and drop kick them.
Well, I drop kicked them for 40 damage.
However, full disclosure, so you do double their max threshold, and they have 4 hit points. This will knock them unconscious or kill them. Your choice.
No, I'm definitely all about knocking them unconscious. I am not feeling murderous today.
So as you drop kick this poor spy clean in the face, he's out cold on the ground. Like, you literally see, like, the bottle, like, his flask hit the ground, it splashes a bit, and there's poison in it. He has a dagger and a lockpick, and what looks like some kind of, like, jar of explosive fireflies. And this person was absolutely going to free the spirit in this room.
Ah. Interesting.
And are absolutely out cold on the floor. And the guard's, like, pulls out a sword. This, like, trained soldier's like, oh. And just kind of, like, puts it away. And just, like, handcuffs this unconscious person.
Wow. Oh, dear. Well, thank you for your help, officer.
Sure.
What is his name?
Sure,
does he have
like a question mark?
What does he have, like a name tag or anything, or like?
1 second to check my notes, because he is a named character. Violence is entertaining. Yes, this is...
Named characters are freaking.
His name is Oxydrax.
Oxydrax. I really got to think of like better. Like mostly, I've just been using like generic human people names.
Beautiful for the
I
Empire.
got to think
flawless.
of better. Yeah, okay. Oxydrax.
And he's like,
all right.
You're like, thanks for the help. He looks just like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do nothing. Good job. So, for the sake of time blending, you're now on the other side of the break, and the 5 of them are just locked up in it. Handcuffed, bars in front of them. One of them dribbling a bit from their ears. Ate a crap ton of poison. What would you like to do? Or we could wrap up here, because this feels like a pretty good natural stopping point.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, I mean, I don't know if I want to actively interrogate them, but I do want to listen in on the interrogation because they might have intel on why the encampment was attacked. But we can definitely, especially in like a natural stopping point. So I don't know, unless you wanted to go through with an interrogation.
This feels like a good spot to give you some time to think about if you want to interrogate them or not. But how did you feel about this session?
I very much so enjoyed it. I mean, leveling up to level 5, the increase in damage is ridiculous.
Because you did go up a tier.
Yeah, this like, jeez.
It's interesting, like, to like pull back the a little bit. So I had the 2 points in here. I'll let you take it for a rest if you want. on the boat, and I would run my boat.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a giant battle and continue this battle and break into a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to like go through and end up in the city of Ulmer.
Right.
So my encounter I had planned with the lead assassin and 4 assassin dudes, and then an unrelated poisoner to poison you first. I was just going to drop that in whatever environment you ended up in. So like the next time you got to a safe space, I was just going to use these same assassins.
Yeah, okay.
The boat's a fun time. I enjoy that you're on the boat. That gives me a lot of tools to play with.
Mm-hmm.
But the session was designed that would have worked out pretty much the exact same at whatever Haven outpost you ended up at.
Right.
But had you rushed and broken back into battle, I cannot predict how the session went. I kind of gambled on you retreating to the boat. But what'd you think?
Well, no, I had a lot of fun. Because I didn't get that rest between sessions. It was going back to battle just would have not been. I almost guaranteed would have been knocked out, and then,
well, that's why I
like you say, the
used
session.
ex-koi fish to be like, all right, let's let him start the session healed up a bit.
I didn't even think of the idea of potentially using a short rest at that point.
Yeah, the idea was like, okay, you have a moment of. I'm literally in character, giving your character a moment to think about what they want to do. And I'm like, yeah, if you punch somebody, this 1 hour long short rest bubble I gave you ends. And you're like, screw it, I'm out. I'm like, well, that works even better if you do that. But yeah, I wanted to try and play the assassins like actual assassins, but I'm like, I feel like you spotted them, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. Like, that was like the whole idea of making you make that roll was for whether they jumped you or you jumped them. Came down to that instinct reaction roll, basically.
Okay.
Because there's 2
Because I noticed them.
Yeah, because there's 2 environment effects. There's the ambusher and ambushed. And I would have used the ambushed event, which just gives me more fear and the spotlight shifts to them. Or there's the ambusher event, where I lose 2 fear and your first attack has advantage. So you did the ambushers when you saw them in the hallway.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, the idea was always 3 assassins that you could spot. The lead assassin who has like powers that like activate minions and things, and then a poisoner to try and mess with you before the fight starts, and then come around near the end of it. Because he was gonna run down the hallway, smoke bomb, and then they were going to jump out and steal your boat, like the little boat, and escape. But you move so fast that there's no way. Like, you poisoned the guy, and then you spun kick him, and then you immediately call the cops. And their day is done.
Their day is done.
I am curious to see where this goes, because it's like, you have a reputation with the Empire now. I'm happy with the moral choice I gave you to make you suffer a bit.
That was awful. I mean, it was great, but it was awful.
Oh, do you appreciate that the spy was like, oh yeah, spirits don't have feelings because they're stupid? I'm like, I literally had them say cartoonishly evil things because they're a spy pretending to be Empire.
And I rolled with fear, so I had no idea that they weren't just just lying to me.
No, they're telling you the truth. They just were telling you the truth for their own, like, pretending to be an engineer is a great strategy to sabotage an engine.
That's true. That's true.
But yes, so thank you everybody for tuning in. At some point I have to do my job.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. I think. You're still connected, but you seem to be silent. Thanks for tuning in.